And we've got you now. Thank you for joining us. We will begin with Sarah Spencer.
Hey, John, how are you?
Great, Sarah. Great first playoff series win. Kind of satisfied right now. Obviously, I know we have some more work to do, but I can breathe a little bit again. I can breathe again.
Well, that was actually going to be my question to you. I know you obviously still have more basketball to play and you guys are moving on. But just going from where you guys were last year to now such steep turnaround, I mean, it's got to be such an emotional roller coaster. Just what are you feeling right now? What is this like?
It's a good feeling. Obviously, my first time at the top of the winning end of something like this. My first experience in the playoffs, so I'm trying not to get too excited or too overwhelmed. Obviously, I understand there's more work ahead, but I'm trying to find all the positives that we did and we're able to do in the series for us to move on and appreciate that. And as I said, allow it to make me better.
How happy are you with the poise this team was able to show? I mean, obviously it's a tough environment. It was, it was a chippy series and it was the first time in the playoffs for a lot of y'all. Just what do you think about the poise y'all were able to show?
Yeah, firstly, shouts out to Ice, man. He's been incredible. I feel like every game this season, series, excuse me, and he's really been the leader for us, the head of the snake. A lot of things asked of him, and he's definitely come through and delivered. As well as Coach Mack coming up with a extremely solid game plan for us to go out there and execute as a team, which I feel like we did. So obviously very big parts of our offense, coach and BG Ice. So big shouts out to them first and foremost for myself.
Chris Kirschner.
Hey, John. What can you say about the job Nate has done to get you guys in this position to where you guys are now?
Yeah, I mean, he just done an excellent job, just from the demeanor and the way he asks us to handle ourselves from top to bottom. I feel like, definitely put him on a good starting point for us. Just the results that he's been able to accumulate, I feel like speak for themselves and only, build our respect for him, as well as the, game plans and executions that he's been able to show us and continually do on the court. Just continuing to give us all reasons to believe in Coach Nate.
I remember after the Brooklyn game, very, very early in the season, you said that you felt that this team was dangerous. Do you still feel that way heading into a matchup against the Sixers?
Oh, of course. And I feel like hopefully he's showing the world. Obviously, as I said before, business is not done, but hopefully what we've been able to do in this series lets people know we're serious. We have a real squad full of guys that can compete on both ends, and you really have to bring your A game to beat us. And obviously, we want to play the best basketball we can.
Jeff Schultz.
John, game one in New York, when you heard the fans, what they were yelling at Trey, and I'm sure other things being yelled to, what was your thought in terms of how you thought that he would react and respond to it?
Yeah, not to say anyway, but Trey loves that stuff. I mean, that's what he's in the gym grinding for. Obviously, you see him pandering and playing to the crowd because that just gives certain guys get motivated and find their reason, the extra motivation to play based off of the crowd, because the crowd does give you energy. Trey's one that loves to use that negative energy and use it as fuel for him. So for whatever fans that want to keep antagonizing that man, please go right ahead. It's not going to bother him, and we got his back as well.
You've been around a lot of athletes, obviously. Do all athletes respond that way, or some respond better than others do?
Definitely, no, precisely that. Some respond better than others do. Some have different responses, but I definitely feel like for Trey specifically, he feeds right into it, and he wants that pressure, he wants that spotlight, and he's gonna thrive in it.
Andrew Lopez from ESPN.
Well, I was going to ask about that just now what Jeff asked, but I'll pivot to Clint and what he was able to do, and being able to come out and back up his talk, what did you think about the performance that he had tonight?
I loved it. You know what I mean? Obviously, big talk on his end to go out and sort of put the team on the line in a sense, but we had his back and we knew he was going to come out and give it 100%. So I really had no issues with it. I just wanted to come out and do what he said, send him on vacation, send him home, and we did that.
Chris Kirchner.
With the amount of physicality in the series, you know, the fouls, the flagrant fouls, the chants, all that, is it even a little more gratifying to close this out on their home court?
Extremely gratifying. You know, I feel like we tried to play a clean, honest, fair game. And, you know, a lot of the times, a lot of stuff that was being done on the court, you know, I definitely didn't respect. But I definitely feel like skill-wise and mentally we're strong enough and, you know, smart enough to weave out all the BS and come to play and come to win, as TC said. And I feel like we just did that tonight. Stuck to business.
I don't want to get you in trouble, but do you feel like they were trying to punk you guys and try and bully you and get into your guys' head a little bit?
I mean, I don't think necessarily trying to punk us. You know, obviously they play physical and, you know, they have a style of play that they play. And I felt like they were trying to impose that on us, thinking we were going to fold or flop in any way. And that's just not the makeup of this team. You know, we don't have any guys that fold or flop or do any of that type of stuff, man. We want to win and we understand what we need to do. So if it means playing physical, so be it.
Thank you, JC.